Okay. We are going to call this meeting to order. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance and the invitation following. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Dear God, please bless our elected officials. Grant them the wisdom to know and the courage to do what is right for all citizens. Amen.
Amen.
Roll call, please.
Allen?
Here.
Green? Mistrovich?
Here.
Reindell?
Here.
Ricks?
Here.
Schultz?
Here.
Warren?
Here.
Motion be in order to excuse Counselor Green for being out of town.
I'll make the motion.
Support.
What's been made and supported? Any discussion? All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. We move on to approval of minutes for the City Council Quarterly Roundtable meeting of October 18th. Is there a motion?
I'll make the motion. I'll support.
Any discussion? Hearing not, all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. We also have the City Council regular meeting minutes of October 18th. Is there a motion for those minutes?
I'll make the motion.
Support.
Motion's been made and supported. Is there any discussion on these minutes? Being not, all in favor of the minutes, or all in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. We move on to audience comments on any non-agenda items. I believe you're both here for the agenda items today. We go to the city manager. Any changes?
No changes.
City council, any changes on the agenda? The motion to accept the agenda as presented be in order.
So moved.
Support.
Motion's been made and supported. Any discussion? Being not, all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. Is there a motion for the consent agenda?
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Support.
Motion's been made and supported. There is no discussion on the consent agenda motion. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. We move on to items for consideration. We only have two tonight. The first one is consideration of approving the special event request, a Broadway Connection debut, by a Broadway Connection debut incorporated, and that would be the use of the Trailhead Park. Mr. City Manager?
Council is scheduled to consider a special event request from Broadway Connection debut for a St. Patrick's Day 5K run and walk held on Saturday, March 12th, 2022 in the Trailhead Park and Macomb Orchard Trail. Jocelyn Manska is the main event coordinator, and a Broadway Connection debut is a nonprofit fundraising group raising money to offset the cost of the expenses of their dance team from the JLP Leap of Faith Dance Studio. And they have done similar events like this in the past, and Jocelyn is here to answer any questions you may have.
Thank you. Jocelyn, would you like to make any presentation to the council? Any kind of...
No, I don't really have anything. John covered it very well. If there's any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer them for you.
Okay, well, we need a motion first. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the special event application from Broadway Connection debut for a St. Patrick's Day 5K run walk and allow organizers to utilize the Trailhead Park and Macomb Orchard Trail from 6:30 a.m. until 12 p.m. on Saturday, March 12th, 2021.
Should be 22.
Oh, I'm so sorry,
22.
2022. I apologize.
Motion's been made and supported as corrected. Discussion. I have one question. How would people go about donating?
Well, we are going to use a sign-up Genie type program online, and so you'll be able to either sign up using that program, and we'll attach it to the flyer so that you can just use the website to go ahead, or you will be able to mail in a registration form if you choose.
Okay. And how would they obtain that? Would it be, what would it be under on?
I haven't been able to make it yet
okay.
due
All right.
to, I needed to approval, but last year we used a company with Run Sign Up.
Okay.
And it's a program that a lot of 5K and other races use to register their people. You can also do donations on that website also. So if you just wanted to do a money donation, you could also do it there.
Okay, great. Any other questions?
Just one comment that, as with other small races on the trail will still remain open to the public, but the runners will just be advised to, stay to one side when they're going out and then the other side when they're coming back.
Okay. Any other questions of Jocelyn? Well, we got her here? Come on. Thank you, Jocelyn.
You're welcome.
Any comments from the audience? All right, back to the table. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. Good luck. Item number 2 is consideration of approving the purchase of self-contained breathing apparatus, otherwise known as SCBA's, for the Richmond Fire Department. Mr. City Manager?
City Council is scheduled to consider the purchase of 10 demo SCBA units from Apollo for the Richmond Volunteer Fire Department. Week or so ago, we had a quarterly roundtable where Joel made a presentation to council regarding the availability of Apollo having 10 demo units that they could sell to us for a very good price. We currently have $21,500 budgeted for SCBA's, and the replacement of SCBA's with this 10, we would need $45,500 to be added to that line item in order to cover the cost. As mentioned, it would allow us to upgrade about 40% of our SCBA units in one fell swoop. So we're bringing this to council for your consideration, and Joel Dobler is here tonight to answer any questions you may have.
Joel, did you have anything to add to that?
There is one thing that was not on this, the original stuff we talked about. There's a battery charger that charges the batteries for the air packs. I think it's like $250. If that could be a add-on to this, that would be great. If not, we will find a different way to acquire that.
Okay. Mr. City Manager, would we, if that's something we want to do we want to add the $250 or $300 to make sure it covers the?
If you want it to come out of this line item, I would suggest that you add the $250 here. Otherwise, there is still a small tools and equipment line item that has funds in it that it could come out of there. It just council's preference, but if because we're amending this and it's going to be the exact amount of the purchase, if you want it to come out of this, we probably should amend it. So I was going to do some quick math. That'd be your first motion would be to amend that line item from $21,500 to $67,300. And then authorize the expense of $67,300. And will that 300 cover?
Yes.
Just in case it's.
Yep. Thank you.
So, kind of either way, but again, if you're gonna, we created this line item to show what all expenses are for SCBA, so I guess I would rather amend those motions to keep it within this line item.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Any other questions while we have Joel?
No, I just want to thank Joel for all the work he's done in getting this to find that cost savings of over $17,000. It was something he had to act pretty quick on, and he did all his work. And as a member of the fire department, I can tell you Joel's tireless worker to keep our SCBA program where it is. So I really appreciate everything he does for the fire department.
Very good. Do we have a motion?
I'll make the motion to amend the FY 2021-2022 RVFD budget and increase the equipment SCBA air pack line item 766.100 from $21,500 to $67,300, with the funds coming from the general fund balance.
Support.
Motion been made and support. Any discussion? As we discussed this quite a bit over the last, 6 months?
Yeah.
We've talked about this and saw the need was great there. So I'm glad that the administration and the fire department could get together to make this happen sooner than what we had thought would happen, so, for the safety of our people and the department, so this is a good thing. Any other comments? Any comment from the public? No. Back to the table. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. Now we need the motion to waive the purchasing ordinance.
I'll make a motion to waive the purchasing ordinance requirement under section 64-53D and authorize the Richmond Volunteer Fire Department to purchase 10 demo SCBA's in the amount of $67,300 from Apollo out of the equipment SCBA air pack line item.
Support.
Motion made and supported. Any further discussion on this? Public comment? No, I'm good. Back to the table. Roll call, please.
Green is absent. Mistrovich?
Yes.
Rindell?
Yes.
Ricks?
Yes.
Schultz?
Yes.
Warren?
Yes.
Allen?
Yes.
Motion passes. Thank you, Joel.
Thank you.
Thank you, Department. Okay, we move on. Miscellaneous matters from the city manager, sir.
One, in front of you tonight on the table, I did put a copy of our new quarterly newsletter. Those are out on the website and also available at the counters at our City Hall, Library, and Community Center. Last night, I just want to thank the Richmond Volunteer Fire Department, the cable coordinator, and our rec department staff for putting together a very nice No Tricks Only Treats Halloween event up at the fire hall. So they did a great job putting that together for a Sunday night Halloween. One last thing, there is a council election tomorrow. The polls are open from 7 to 8. As a reminder, we have split the precincts into 2 different polling locations. So Precinct 1, which is everyone who lives on the north side of Division Road or north of Division, votes at the community center, and Precinct 2, which is the south side of Division, or if you live south of Division Road, is Precinct 2, you vote here at City Hall.
Very good. Thank you. Council comments. Mr. Schultz.
Yes. Mr. Mayor and council, I just want to thank you for allowing me to sit in for the last 6 months. It's been an honor and a pleasure working with such a talented group of people. I think the city has probably the best staff, bar none, for getting our budget to us in a timely manner. And as we've seen, the auditors came in and we're golden, and they came in October, which is, like they said, they normally don't come until December, which just shows the caliber of people we got. And I'd like to say again, thank you very much for allowing me to do this.
We thank you, Jim, for doing it. You came in here, it was like you were never gone. We appreciate all your years' previous service to the city, but especially these last 6 months. You stepped right in. It was so easy for us. And hopefully we don't have to call you again, but if we do, that'd be the 4th time that you've served on city council for over 4 decades. So we really appreciate it, Jim.
Thank you.
Okay, Emily?
Nothing tonight, thank you.
John?
I have nothing.
Rob?
Jim, been honor, pleasure to serve once again with you for 2nd round on council, and I appreciate everything you offer.
Michael?
Yeah, I would also concur. Thanks a lot, Jim. It's been
Yep.
great having you sit next to me and serve again. Did a great job this year, so thank you.
Okay. I echo the city manager's comments about last night and the Halloween event at the fire department, and appreciate everybody's hard work. Also appreciate all the people that handed out candy there also. And hopefully we can build that up a little bit. It was down a little bit this year for, I think, a lot of different reasons. COVID, a Sunday night, it made it a little more difficult for people. But it still was a good showing from our community, and hopefully next year we can build it back up to that 20. I think we were only 4 shy maybe of what we can have there anyhow. So it was real good and a great turnout. So The calendar, today being November 1st, tomorrow, as mentioned, is the council election. And we move on to, it's kind of a public service announcement. This Sunday is daylight saving time ends. For everybody, if you please would check your smoke detectors and your batteries to make sure that those are operational. It can save a life. A week from tonight is the City Council's organizational meeting where we will select the mayor and mayor pro tem, and that is on the 8th at 8 p.m. here at City Hall. And then the Cable Commission will be meeting on the 9th at 7 o'clock at City Hall. On the 11th, which is Veterans Day, we will be celebrating 75 years of the James Coleman Post here in Richmond. It's their 75th year, and we wish them well. And at 7 o'clock, there will be a BZA meeting, and at following the BZA meeting, there will be the Planning Commission meeting on the 11th, right here at City Hall. The Historical Society will be hosting the Orphan Train Era program on the 12th. I don't have that information in front of me, but I'm sure you can call 727-3064 to our Park and Rec, and they'll be able to tell you what time that starts. And I believe it's being held at the Parks and Rec.
Community Center, yes.
Yeah, at the community center. Yeah. So, and then, of course, 2 weeks from tonight will be the next regular city council meeting. And again, Mr. Schultz, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Is there any other business of the city council this evening? Do we have a motion?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Support.
All in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. Thanks for being with us.